have a tendency to switch focuses often if you haven't been able to tell. And so I just plan on doing what I feel like doing at the time. And today, that is, I wanted to show you guys how I, and you too, can use PUM Companion to create whole games from scratch without like going into it without even knowing what's going to happen, what you're going to do. Also, we will be creating a game in PUM Companion that is based off of a D&D, a free D&D module that I found a one shot. So I don't really play D&D, but I figured that's the most well-known game these days. So, and you might be wanting to figure out how you could play through a module while still keeping some sort of element of surprise. And there's many strategies for that, but currently I I have well, I haven't actually done it yet. So we'll see. I don't think we're gonna play too much, but then again, as many of you might agree, prep is play. So let's play then. Oh, I'll show you how I use some of the AI tools available to pull some information out of the adventure module when we do that. But first, we will jump right in here. My name's Savvy. I am just someone who loves tabletop role-playing games, and I run a group for my friends every Thursday. Right now we're playing some Brindlewood Bay while we take a break from Masks of Nyarlathotep, Call of Cthulhu. And that's a ton of fun. You can see that on here. I have a lot of stuff going here. Anyway, let me see why this is giving me a warning. Bit rate. Well, if I knew how to fix that, I totally would. I'm not too worried about it, honestly. I'm just gonna get going here. I don't want to waste too much time. I only have a little bit of energy. So, anyways, that being said, let's start with the um, game from scratch. When you open PUM Companion, for those of you who don't know, it's a tool created by Jensen Vars. He's really awesome, has an awesome Discord community I'm a part of, and you can go onto his Twitch, not Twitch, sorry, Itch, that I have linked in the description here, and you can go get yourself this guy. Um, it's really awesome. He is actively developing it, and it is getting better pretty much every other week. So, highly suggest you go check it out. When you open up PUM Companion, you have a few options here. A lot of times I just start playing. I don't really do too much prep, but the point of this video is to show you how you can prep a game. We go here first. We're just doing all of this completely from scratch. I have no clue what's going to happen, so I'm not going to worry about titles, all of that. Turn this music down, it's a little distracting. There we go. Okay, plot scope. Let's see. Okay, so not using AI or anything, just using my own brain and the little idea randomizers here. This is how we're going to create a game. All you gotta do is that. Okay. Mm, okay, this is kind of looking like. Wonder if someone has been kidnapped. Yeah, we'll figure out the plot scope and then we'll figure out the rest of what this world is. So, I had just read a cool. Well, what did I see? Oh, if I just had some sort of memory, that would be great, wouldn't it? Push. I think it's Push SRD. Um, has a really neat little tool that I will show you guys that I really, really liked. I'm constantly on a quest to find the best quote unquote uh system to play solo games in because I find if there is too much going on, then I get completely distracted and I never actually get to play. I get stuck in the character creation phase. Okay, creating a game, is that it? I'll have to do a thing on Push SRD because that is a pretty neat little idea. That is just really cool. Look it up. Push SRD. That's really neat. Okay, basically, it has a little formula here. A foe wants to A plus B, so you must A plus B, otherwise. If you saw what I was looking at here, it would all make so much sense. Let me see if I can get it on here. Make it smaller so you know what I'm doing. Here we go. This is what I'm looking at. Okay. And we also already have some ideas here for the plot scope, but we can get drilled down a little bit more and um, roll some dice. I think we don't have a dice roller in this section yet. The dice roller is only in what is that? In the main part of the game. So in that case, I will just figure this out here. And it's just d6s. Okay, 2, 2. So foe wants to destroy. Knowledge. So you must 4, 5. Conquer resource. Otherwise, roll one more dice here. 4, 5. Harm, resource. Okay. Okay. So that gives us a little bit more of an idea. Let's see. Now, for the sake of time, I will go ahead and introduce you to my little friend, whom I adore. Let me put him over here. His name is AI Studio.Google. Yeah, that's fine. Um, there we go. Gives us a little more room on the screen. I use this thing all the time for everything. I prefer it over ChatGPT most days, unless I need 4.0 for any reason. Um, it's got an insane token count. I'm not going to go too much into that because if you don't know what it is, then it doesn't matter. So we're just going to take this over here. We're going to copy paste that. We're going to tell this guy, let's see. There we go. I just don't have a ton of brain power today. That's okay. Let's see. So we'll do that first. Take this, prime it. I don't know if it actually matters. But I've read that it's good practice, best practice or whatever. Okay. Primed. Run. My favorite part about this AI, as opposed to, I've used Notebook LM, I have used ChatGPT, and this one is my favorite currently, because of the token count, which means that it can remember a lot. The ease of doing the settings, and you can turn off safety settings. I've got them all off. And then it just does a pretty good job at memorizing stuff, which is important if anybody's ever, tried to make stuff. The biggest problem is they start to hallucinate. So what do we have here? I asked it for 3 so we could choose one. Let me see something real quick. There. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Strange artifacts. We're not going to customize it further yet, but what we will do, I'll just let it know that we have chosen this one. So that it can help us flesh it out. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead, stick that over here. This is the lazy person's way of doing stuff. This is really just to get you off the ground. It's okay if this is vague because, especially whenever you are creating this from scratch, a lot of times you don't even know what's going to happen until you start playing the game, rolling dice, it, scene interrupts happen, that kind of stuff, and you kind of get inspired in the moment. Oh, we'll just call this, let's see. There we go. Cool thing about PUM Companion is its customizability. Did I get that right? Plot tracks in particular, I have tried using the standard one. I think it's the most popular. But the problem is that I never play out these in the right amount of time. So the purpose of it is to pace your game, but it doesn't really pace it if you ignore the pacing. So I tend to just go with customized, because then I can just do what I want. Although it would be a cool challenge to just try and stick to a plot track, but that is for another day when I am um, motivated to do such a thing. And you got your plot focuses. It's basically what you're going to focus on in the game. You'll see we'll have what's called plot nodes that we're going to fill out. The story driven, anytime something random happens, it will always be drawn from plot nodes. So it depends on how tightly wound you want or tightly intertwined you want your story. So we're going to go with everything else gives different random stuff. Um, Balanced gives like 50-50 of completely random and then plot node stuff. I actually prefer story driven, so we'll just do that. Even though we're not technically gonna play. Maybe we will. I don't know. First, we got our game or world elements. We get to up to 10 features, and I am going to just use this to fill these out. A way that I have played before is I, especially, with the story driven um, focus thing, is I just would do these ideas, get into the game, and then when something would be drawn from here, I would interpret it in the moment as opposed to setting up the interpretation to begin with. So we will not do it that way because I wanted to show you guys how you could flesh out an entire game. Um, let's see. Together, common enemy, global threat. Oh, well, that works because we got a global threat, right? Um, we'll go with, let me go here. I'm gonna go with this example narrative for the plot scope. Because that's interesting. We'll go with the Great Fall. So we are a seeker traveling the ruins. Discover a letter mentioning a cult attempting to erase all memories of the events of the Great Fall. You need to find the location of the cult and stop them before they erase the memories of the location of a portal, which will bring back your long lost family who were scattered during the Great Fall. Okay, that works. I just try to keep that in my brain. Okay. Now, this is what I do. I go here. Oh, right. I can't copy paste that. That's a bummer. That's okay. I'll just have to type it real quick. Okay. Just have it do it all at the same time. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to show you a cool thing uh, with AI Studio, particularly. You have this thing called a temperature. It says creativity allowed in the responses. What that basically means is that the lower the setting, the more strictly it adheres to your prompt. Um, if you have it set too low, then it'll not generate anything useful, I don't think. One is the default setting. The higher you go will allow it to get more random. It says creativity allowed in the responses. It's more randomness. It may um, hallucinate a little. I'm going to turn it up just for this right here so that uh, maybe we can get, you know, this this one will be a little more spontaneous or creative. Also, we have two of them, so we'll have to see if it tries to make it the same or not. You don't want to go too high on this. I think we'll try 1.5. Oh, that's pretty high. We'll go 1.25. There we go. We'll do that. See how that goes. Um, don't need any of that. Everything else is good. Okay. Let's see what it does. Okay. What were the two that were the same? 9 and 2? Let's see what they did. Okay. Okay, so it didn't, at least it revealed a different facet. You got the Preserver's authority. And it's mentioned again down here, so it is related, but it's a different facet of that. So that's cool. That I was just afraid that it would kind of make the exact same thing, which it kind of did, kind of didn't. Uh, but anywho, so you would just go over here, and we will just copy paste this into here. Let's see. Ideally, you want to, read all this, get an idea of the kind of game you're going to play, edit it where you don't like it, scrap it, start over, who knows. But generally, whenever I see, like on Reddit and stuff, people are posting the games they're playing, they're very rarely completely randomly generated like this. When it comes to solo roleplay, I actually prefer, the play to find out type deal as opposed to doing the whole trying to play out an adventure module thing, because my brain just, if there's a module, I want to run it the way that it is, but at the same time, like, that's basically reading it. I know there's different strategies to make it work, but uh yeah, I just haven't been able to figure that out. It's really hard for me to focus. Oh, I almost skipped that. There we go. I guess it wouldn't have mattered too much, huh? Now, let me see here. It established the Great Fall, quote unquote, but I do not see that in here. We'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, so there's that. Then you got your potential obstacles. These are dangers, obstacles, or encounters with NPCs that the protagonist could stumble upon. They don't have to be detailed. It could literally be like, I do the same thing here, actually. And these are evocative enough that we don't have to like go into insane detail. But for kicks and giggles, I will do that. Okay. I guess I could show you. Let me show you another reason that I really love AI Studio. I'm gonna copy paste this into something. Let me see. Okay, and here's another reason I love it. I can do a thing. It's really good at, well, I say that and then I'm gonna do this and it's gonna say, oh, I can't read that. Um, it is really good at just reading these, like reading images. And that makes me happy because that is a less work for me. Let's see. Give you last warning or threat. That was the last one, right? Yeah. Then we'll go here. Do that one. Retype my little prompt there. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Got it all. That just on point. That makes me so happy. Now, a difference here is that I like to be kind of vague. I don't want really to put the details in unless it's like, unless you have an idea for how the story should go when they meet a certain person or something like that. Um, I don't put details because I don't want to uh tie myself into that. I want to be able to interpret it when it comes. Although, when it comes to NPCs, that's my one exception. Oh, did we? Oh, we got something wrong. It doesn't matter because it gave me 10 regardless, so I'm gonna keep that there. So some of them have details, some of them don't. Um, that's that's fair enough. Next, we're going to go and do our useful findings. These are things that should help us with the plot, but the thing is sometimes you don't know what the plot is yet. So, yeah. I don't like to get too detailed about these either unless I have something specific in mind once again. Okay. Oh, also, this currently is free. well, you know what they say about free. When something's free, you are the product, but I don't care. Yeah, this is free right now. Get it while you can, because I'm sure whenever it goes to, you know, the final version or whatever, if that's how this works, then it's not gonna be free anymore. Because not all of them are. These guys, not free. That's expensive. Gemma's always free, but Gemma, meh. Not, not my favorite. I'd rather use ChatGPT. Oh, let's see. Let's turn the temperature up a little bit. See what happens. I didn't put a prompt there because, yeah, I figured it would read what I would have written anyway. And I guess I'll kind of cherry pick where I have details or not. And, you know, the one not great thing about AI is, you know, it's not creative. It's just grabbing anything it's scraped up and filtering through it all, making something try to make sense based on what you want. So you will often encounter recycled ideas, but are there any original ideas? Don't think so. I don't take any of this as, you know, the element, or if I need to change it, I will. If I'm unimpressed with what it's coming up with, I'll just do it myself. But generally, I mean, I have ADHD. I'm a mom of two very young children, and I am tired. But this is my happy place. So you know, I just zombied out there. I guess we're putting details in for everything. That's fine, because if it doesn't make sense in the moment when you're playing, you can just change it because it's your game. You do what you want. Okay. Oh, then we have some pending questions. These are harder for me. I guess at this point, what you would want to do, because as you can see, there is no idea button here. At this point, you'd want to, you know, read back over everything that you have written down, and you would want to figure out, okay, what are the things that I want to focus on? Because they're all called plot nodes. Everything that we have written in so far, these questions are called plot nodes. And anytime there is a random thing that happens, when you roll dice, sometimes random nodes are drawn or rolled or whatever. You want those nodes to be what you want to focus on. So if you see something in here and you are not thrilled about it, or you're like, not interested, delete it. Like, and you don't have to have all 10. So just keep that in mind. When it comes to pending questions, I tend to do that in game. I'll try to come up with like 3 beforehand. But we'll just have Mr. AI do that for me. Whoopsies. That's not what I want. Sorry, guys. Yeah, these are pretty good. I like these. Maybe 1.5 is a good temperature. You want to turn it up because once you get into the more creative parts of the creation process, because I mean, you don't want it to just repeat everything that it's already taken in, or kind of will mold it into something similar but the same. I mean, something different but the same type of thing. You notice here I am not putting the details. That is because these are questions you want to figure out. You answer them one way or another, directly or indirectly. And in the game, when they come up, and then you write those details in there yourself. Super easy to do, you'll see. Oops. Okay. Now, characters. I'm gonna ask it to create, I don't know, I think 3 NPCs. Let's see. Maybe 4. That'd be a good idea. Okay, we'll go. Create 4 NPCs, of which will be a companion to my own character. And this is where I'm gonna highlight push SRD again. Where's my character? Here we go. Traits. And it's just a cool little way to create characters. And I am just gonna do it this way. Grab this. Okay, let's see how it does. I haven't done this before, so we'll see. Okay. Well, that's neat. That did a very good job. Well, you know, I'm sure a human could do better. I don't know. Not with my brain. My NPCs are my biggest pain point. making them different, and AI has really helped me in my group games, because I GM a group game once a week, by helping me prep NPCs and making them sound different and act differently, because you know it's hard when you're playing every other single character in the world. Making them all sound different. It is not my strong suit at all. Now I wonder... Oh yeah. This system reference document. I'm using it to actually, like, just as a system to play the game. This in particular is telling you how to make a game powered by push. So, not all of it is relevant to what we are doing here, but that is okay. I may ask this. No, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, we'll go back over here. And we will add this new character. And I'll show you a cool... Let me see. Actually... Oh yeah, okay, so we do have to do that first. We're gonna say push SRD character. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a character template. Super simple, super awesome. Huh. Well, sometimes I guess that's a bug. Because you don't want to have to type everything out or copy paste everything over. Oops. So you just make a character template, and then you can apply that template to every character in the game as you go. I'll just do this. Oopsies. There we go. That's definitely... Okay, that's another bug. I'll have to show Jensen that. Let's change that. He did announce in his latest announcement was this afternoon. It was about there being quite a few bugs in this version, so that's just a given. It's fine. Okay, but now we want to make this the template. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, what we're going to do, that's not it. Okay. Create template. I'm not going to make it a game exclusive because I may want to put this character sheet in other games. Now, since it's a template, we can delete this character. Allegedly. Before I delete it, let me... yes, there it is. Okay, cool. So we'll delete this. And we'll make our little starter characters. Okay. We've got... Ah, man. Didn't give them names. That's a foul. Because names are another thing. Oh, man. Okay, those are all... That's bad. I am not into this silliness. No, thank you. And what I mean is these very obvious, like, fantasy-like names, not into it. So, you know, they'll have names. For now, we'll just do this here. And we can name them later. Oh, the cool thing about the characters in PUM C, if you've ever played, okay, this is where my brain's going. I'm thinking about how character sheets, not character sheets, character lists in Mythic work. That is where my brain is. And I explain that because a lot of times I go off on tangents and nobody gets how I got there or anything. So that's where I'm at. Mythic character lists. The cool thing. Oh, before I do anything further, just one moment. Let's see if it'll do it. I think it can generate pictures. Ah, no, it didn't do it. That's interesting. Because I would have thought that this could access images. Maybe this can't generate images. That is interesting. I thought so. Maybe I didn't. Did I say generate a portrait? I did. Let's see if it does it. Ah, it can't do it. Well, there's one drawback. That's fine. I'll just delete that so it's not in there. This is cool though. What we can do, we're getting off on a huge rabbit trail, but this is my stream. And if you're here, you're here. If you're not, it's all good. We're going to chat is so expensive to do that. Let's see. This is just going to be an all-in-one, huh? Might have to, we're definitely going to have to do the publish adventure next time. While I figure out how we're going to do this. If I still had Stable Diffusion hosted on my computer, I was running that, but then I lost countless hours of my life messing with that. It was silly, but it was cool. Would come in handy now, huh? Oh, I've used Canva in the past, but it can get really mad about any kind of risque stuff, and even when you're not trying to do risque. I'll just go, look what there is, guys. Ah, it's Gemini that can do it. Okay, we'll go to this one. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. No way. Okay. This one will do it for me. Where are we? Oh, that's a little adventure I was talking about. We are gonna do this. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I don't know if it can do it all at the same time. I hope this helps. But this is going. I may have asked it for too much. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do this again. Ah, okay, goodbye, Gemini. So much for that. Let's see. Canva, it's too strict. Crayon. Actually, I still have some 4.0 usage, so we'll go over to ChatGPT here. Okay, maybe it'll do it. There we go. Let's give that a go. Oh, hilarious. That's kind of cool. This stuff's come a long way since the last time that I figured it out. Cool. Look at that one. Her hair's a little anime. That one's a little wonky in the eyes. Which one? Like this one. Okay. Grab this one. Let's see, downloads. I'll just stick it in there. Who's this? Rain? See? This is obviously the most important part of any game. Now, if only I could get the same kind of style. Wonder. I wonder if I could do that. Ah, man. It would be that way. That's cool. A little scary. We're not doing that. Okay. That's okay. Oh, snap. There we go. I'll just do it again. Because it's kind of like photorealism, right? This one kinda... Do one more. Oh, there it goes. That's what's going on. Okay. We'll go with this one. I'm not gonna have any more points for anything. I don't even remember who this is. Who is this? Isadora Vance. Got it. Okay. I see. Oh, it's just, it's funny because she's so happy and the whole world is on fire. That's funny. It kills me that there are no unattractive people in these things. Well, I guess let's go with... We'll just go with this. That one right there. It's fine. I don't need 12 of these, are you crazy? 4 is fine. Ah yes, subtle signs of age. Maybe I do need 12. That's what I thought. Let's see what this classic does. Oh darn, really? I was hoping I'd be able to get away with that. Guess not. That's okay. We're gonna go with this dude right here. Okay, I promise this all has a purpose, guys. Elias Thorne. Sorry. Got distracted. So I sit down to play a game, and then I'm like, oh, what do they look like? And then this is where I end up, and I never actually play the game. That's how it goes. Every time. Ah, that's a bummer. Ah, yeah, that's annoying. I think those are TIFFs. JFIF, yeah. Don't know why. It's dumb. Okay, here we go. Now into something we can use. Okay. And it didn't save. This is a known bug. go. Okay, so there's that. Instead of Rain being my companion, I'm gonna claim this as my character. I think let me see here. Oh, we'll see what that looks like. Let's start the game. And then that's, he said it just pops up. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Okay, I know this looks a little busy, and this is a lot different than the last time I played, but we will look at everything one by one. So why don't we... Here we go. Here's a little tutorial telling you all about it. This is where your oracles are. We also have the random tables. Oh, that's awesome. I've got to clean that up. That's a hot mess. How can I clean that up? Ah, like that. Got it. We'll not worry about that right now. Let's see. We got... I always turn disrupted dice on. And then you got your scene unfolding machine. You got your game unfolding machine. It's everything you could ever want. And then you got your plot unfolding machine. This is what runs the game. Oh, then we got our characters. This is amazing. I am so happy. Tabs? That is amazing. Jensen has outdone himself here with his team. I'm blown away. That makes me so happy. Okay, let's see. It looks like that is always on. That's fine. You know, also, if you have a more traditional character sheet, you can upload it as an image and then edit it, like, you know, like an actual character sheet. I hope that makes sense. It's not something I'm going to do for you here. Okay, and then we got, you see your plot notes that we came up with here. Yep, that's what those are. And those will be randomly called when time calls for it. Oh, nice. I prefer that. Okay, well, it is 10:34 my time. I am going to stop it here. Next time, depending on my mood, we will either play a few scenes in this game that we just made, or go and do the whole making a game from a pre-made module. One thing I do have to say about that is the point. It's going to doing it that way will, you're not going to play the game as written. It will be randomized, and that is a strategy I think that I read about once in a Mythic magazine somewhere. Which would be the only way I could play the game. You're basically taking the setting, taking the characters, taking the little plot things, and it'll be randomized to keep it surprising, because that's the main problem people sometimes have with playing pre-made modules, is there is no surprise because it is all written down what happens. And so in order to do it that way, you've got to be willing to let go of this document and be willing to play a version inspired by this document. It's the best way I can put it. Anywho, I am signing off. Thanks for popping in, and I will see you guys next time on Savvy Go Solo. Good night.